No, I didn't know, Chris. You're not answering my question.
Okay, go ahead.
You said when she was immature, she goes for the guy that makes her feel good, not the guy that's good for her. You said when she matures, she goes after the guy that's good for her, not the guy that makes her feel good.
Yes.
Who does she like more? The guy that makes her feel good or the guy that's good for her? Who does she really like more?
That she may like the guy who, I'm going to use your phrase about the wet situation. She may like that person more. But that doesn't mean that she's going to choose that person.
I know. I agree. The question. But we just all we're saying is that
Boogie.
Boogie, here we go.
I answered the question. Did you hear me answer it?
No,
you like to make comments when other people are saying things. You heard me answer it.
You didn't.
You're laughing.
You didn't.
I'm a married woman, so I have experience. I've lived. I've experienced.
It doesn't matter.
So,
you could be married.
It does matter because I have a successful life. I got a successful marriage. My businesses are successful. My life is successful. So it matters.
Money now. We're talking about the relationship. The moment a woman jumps from marriage to talk about her money, we don't give a fuck about your money. You could be Jeff Bezos.
I'm talking about my life because you're making comments when I'm talking to somebody as if what I'm saying is not valid. When you were speaking, I didn't discredit what you said. You said what you said. I'm speaking from experience.
Boogie has the chance to reply and interrupted and then Krish. Go ahead.
Here we go. Yeah. What threw me off is the fact that she's talking about money. We're not talking about money. I don't care if you're successful. If you're successful, good for you. Thank God for that. But we're not talking about that. It's not part of the conversation. I hate when women throw money into the situation. Like, I don't care about your money. Maybe your husband does.
I didn't speak about my money. I spoke about my success in life.
I don't
That's
care
what I
about your
spoke
successful business. Let's talk about the marriage.
But listen, if you were down there listening because you were doing a lot of back talking, you would have heard me answer. You would have heard what I agreed to.
You talked about your money. I'm just letting you know. Men, especially not your husbands, don't give a fuck about your money. So don't talk about your business, please.
I can talk about whatever I want to when somebody is asking me a question. What I was saying to you is you're down at the bottom and you're making comments as if what I'm saying is not valid.
It's a panel. I can say whatever I wanted to say.
Yes, you can, but there are rules. So if somebody is speaking to one person, you should wait your turn. You're making comments out of turn.
You gotta wait your turn, Boogie, like they told me.
What'd you say?
I literally waited my turn. Now, when somebody is speaking, everybody's allowed to make a comment. It's different from when you just jump in and completely, break off the whole panel. I didn't, because when we were all listening to the same conversation. So if Ali is asking her a question and she doesn't answer the question, I can say you didn't answer the question. That's it. But she wanted to run away. What she did, this is the tactic she used. Ali was really grilling her with hard questions, and she wasn't able to answer the questions. So what did she do? She got tired of. She ran away from Ali and used me as the bait. She used me. What's the word? I forget the term. But she wanted to run away from Ali's questions, and she picked on me from down here. Because remember, when they're going together, the way they put me up there, that's who they're talking. That's the person they're talking to. But whoever's on the panel can just say something along the conversation. But Ali was really tough with the questions, so she ran away from Ali and came for me talking about her business, like as if I give a fuck about her business. I don't care about her business, and she's a nice lady. But in the conversation here, the moment she mentioned, "Oh, I have a successful business," what is that supposed to do for me? Pay my bills or something?
You gotta wait like they told me.
Exactly. So be fair. You can say whatever you want to say, but I wasn't talking to you. And when you heard me speak, I answered clearly and concisely.
No, you asked me, was I right? I said, you're not right. That's it. I said, you didn't answer the question. That's it. That was my opinion.
No, I answered the question. And when you play it back, I want you to see the answers that I answered several times when I was asked the question.
You didn't answer the way he was asking you. It was a simple. Oh, yeah. I know the word scapegoat. She used me as a scapegoat to run away from Ali's questions. Because Ali was really asking her tough questions. So in order to stop answering Ali's questions, she attacked me because I made a comment. So now you see, now she had a chance. The real high is coming. She's a nice lady, though. She's a nice lady. But I'm just saying, in this moment, she used me as a scapegoat to run away from Ali's questioning.
Listen, you went around. Ask questions for more context. So if you didn't understand my answer, then when it's your turn, you can get up and you can ask me. So Boogie, do you have a question for me right now?
Do you want a question, or are you going to talk about your money?
Listen, I gave you an opportunity to ask me a question.
And she's trying to be louder than me to win, but that's not that. It doesn't work like that. money or
Do
what?
you have a question for me right now?
Are you going to talk about your money if I ask you a question? Are you going to bring your business?
I never spoke about my money, sweetheart. I said I have a successful life. That's what I said. Do you want to run the camera back?
Talk about your successful business and shit like that. I don't care. Seriously.
He doesn't want to ask me a question. Does somebody else have a question?
Do you want to ask her a question, Boogie? Boogie, do you want to ask her a question?
I got a question.
No, I had
hold on, Crip Jesus. She asked him. Hold on.
I got a direct question.
Crip, hold on.
Crip Jesus, stop being immature, Crip Jesus.
Boogie, I had a simple question in front of my question.
Because these women keep talking about I was immature, now I'm mature. I had a simple question. At what age should we start judging people about immaturity? As a man, if I continue committing crimes and use the excuse of us immature, that's why I'm still in the streets shooting and selling drugs. At what age do we hold people accountable to be like, okay, you know what? You slept with the first guy, he gave you a baby, you were 22. Okay, he was a bad boy, you didn't know any better. At 25, you get pregnant again. And then at 35, you find Jesus, you're a born again virgin. At what age do women find the maturity? At what age? We can't keep shifting every time we want to hold women accountable and they talk about I was immature, I didn't know, he tricked me. And this is why, at some point 10 years later, they come back to take away consent. Oh, he used me, I was 22, I didn't know any better. For example, Cassie and Didi, she did everything. And then when she finds a better male to have babies with, she comes back later to talk about, oh, I was immature, I didn't know what I was doing. You knew what you were doing when you're sucking the whole dick. Like, we need to stop this and hold women accountable. At what age? Let's have a simple age. Okay, 22, she's young, the frontal lobe is not developed. Okay, I'll give it to you. One baby daddy, the frontal lobe is not developed. I'll give it to you. But at what age? Is it 35? Is it 30? Is it 29? Is it 28? Or should we just keep shifting? Whenever a woman says, I was immature, that's why I'm sleeping around. I was immature at 35, I'm sleeping around. And then at 50, is that when we should say she's mature? Or is it when because she realized that, you know what? I've been playing in the casino for so long. I'm just going to marry this guy at 32 and claim now I'm mature because this is the guy I need right now. He's not the guy who turns me on right now. But I can't do any better. I have 2 kids. He's willing to be a stepdaddy. Let me just do it. Is that when we decide that she's mature? At what point?
So now I understand the question.
So Boogie, have you finished?
So somebody's saying she didn't say nothing wrong. So original moves. After listening to me and my question, how was she not wrong? She never answered the question. The whole time when Ali was asking her, is this the guy she likes or is this the guy she needs? She kept talking about immaturity. She was immature. At what point do people get mature? At what point do people get held accountable? Original moves. Are you going to marry a single mom at 45 with 5 kids from different men because she's now mature and she knows better? Are you going to take her? No. Is a woman going to take a man serious at 45 years old and he can't keep a job because he has been immature and now he has realized he needs a stable job? Should women give that kind of a man a chance? They're never going to take the excuse of I was immature, I couldn't keep a job, I couldn't get out of student loan debt, I couldn't stop committing crimes. They're never going to take the excuse from a man for being immature. But why is it that women can use the excuse of being immature? Original moves. Come on, comment down below. I want to hear you.
Was your question this? Because you said a whole lot.
No. What's your question? Grace, 1 second. Grace, 1 second. I will put the filter on it. We can
my question would have been 5 words or some shit.
And then Crip Jesus go after y'all.
Where the fuck y'all learn to ask these type of questions? These are not questions. These are long ass statements. Questions. Y'all think y'all slick, man?
Somebody come get his man.
You ask a question and you get the rant.
What is LeBron looking for?
Get him out of it. Get this man.
Jesus was mad because he couldn't come in to talk, but I had to give context. And the reason I was giving context, because every time you ask these people on the panel, especially women on the panel, and you ask them a direct question, if you don't give context, she's gonna be like, "What do you mean by that? It depends on the situation." That's why I gave all the context, the whole context of these different scenarios. Why? Because I didn't want her to beat around the bush. If you ask a direct question, usually women on the panel don't answer it directly. They try to go around it. That's why I gave all those examples. That's why I even gave an example of a man committing a crime at different ages, but you can't use the excuse of I was immature.
Out of here. Crip Jesus. Let them just it's just a quick back and forth, and you interrupted. Okay.
Y'all mad because somebody figured y'all bullshit out. Y'all say, "Let me ask you a question." Then y'all rant for 5 minutes.
Yes, of course.
A question
of course. On record, you got this. On record, you got this. Yes, you got this.
A question is a sentence long. It ain't no essay.
And that's why I'm intervening. So Chris knows exactly what we're talking about.
Ending, an introduction,
a
middle. What the fuck? How was that the question?
So Boogie.
Chris, 1 second, Chris, 1 second. I know you want the back and forth. I want to make this as clear as possible. I didn't mute you by on purpose. I played the video when everybody got muted. Okay. So I would assume that what Boogie said was and I wanted Tia to answer that too if it's possible afterwards. What is the age on average when women finally mature?
I would say
what would be like an age that you will say? What is
I would say, to my point, when I said that a light bulb comes on, I would say maybe 30. If you want me to give you a number, I think that's
maybe 30. Did you guys hear that? Maybe 30. Maybe means maybe 30, maybe 35, maybe 45, maybe 60. We don't know. That means we can't hold them accountable, because at 30, if she's not mature, she can transfer to 35. She can say, give me 5 more years to do whatever I want to do, to have more kids with more men, and then you can hold me accountable at 35. At 35, she can say, I'm not mature yet. Let's try at 40. And then at 40, she can say, I'm not mature yet. Let's try at 45. Until we put parameters, real parameters, people won't be held accountable. That's why she said maybe, because she's running around the question.
Fair around that age.
They fully mature or they start maturing?
I think by 30, you should be pretty mature enough to make good decisions for yourself.
Words are important. As a woman. Should is fair. Should.
So at 30, if at 30 she should be mature or pretty mature, because she's not being straightforward. She's still putting those weird parameters of, excuses of maybe pretty mature and things like that. But she's saying at 30, do you know what that means? So before 30, we should never hold women accountable. We should let them do whatever they want to do. If they want to be for the streets, hold girl summer, have a bunch of babies with a bunch of men, whatever they want to do before 30, women should be able to do it. Then at 30, like in her words, the light bulb comes on. So now, because the light bulb has come on, even if she has kids with multiple men should just be stepfathers. I mean, she's now mature, right? She's going to be a good wife, right? She's never going to do the things she used to do before 30, right? Is that what's supposed to happen? That before 30, whatever they used to do before 30, men should forget. And then after 30, they're these beautiful angels who know Jesus and they're born again virgins.
But are they actually mature? Are they mature at 30 or they start maturing at 30?
I can't answer that question because I don't have the facts on it. But in my opinion, I would say 30 is a fair age to require more maturity in your decision making.
But do they have it?
No.
I don't have the answer for that.
See, so Chris, you didn't answer the question. I don't have the answer for that. Those are her own words. And I like Miss Krishna. I think that's her name. She's a married woman. She's nice. There's nothing bad I can say about her. I'm just strictly focusing on the conversation. But obviously, I would definitely pick Miss Krishna over Miss Mariam's bestie, Jazz. You guys know Jazz for sure. But my whole point in this whole conversation was the fact that they don't have a strict age or a strict time to hold women accountable. So in other words, before 30, you guys should never hold women accountable. Women should never hold themselves accountable. They should do whatever they want to do. Then at 30, maybe, just maybe, they'll be better.
If I was talking about men and they said, when do men sexually mature? I said, probably under 40s. Like when a man kind of can focus on shit instead of focusing on pussy, probably 40s. Because 20-year-old man, they put pussy on the pedestal. 30-year-old, they're trying to get pussy. 30, 40, you kind of start to see in large men that are prioritizing other things other than getting coochie, right? You can give me that for a woman. Like you can give me that like a woman who is going to be immature until X. But then when they get to menopause, when they have 3 kids, when they have a 20-year career, like can you pinpoint like an age where we can actually look at
the age that I said was 30. But you asked me a second question, and the second question was, do they do that? And my answer to that was, I don't know, because I don't have the stats on that. So I can't answer a question that I don't know for sure. But my opinion, I think it's 30. That is a fair age to require a certain.
To be fair, that's a opinion based question. There's no stat for maturity. So we're asking you in good faith what your opinion.
It's a double. So it'd be a double opinionated question because if you don't know the stat for the first one, then it's just a double opinionated question.
Yeah. Well, then my opinion on that, I can't. I don't have an answer. I don't know if they do that or not. I don't know.
Do you think we're in trouble? So hold on. For Patty's question again. Okay, go ahead.
Tia, you agree with her on the 30 thing?
Well, I will speak from my own perspective. I say around 26 when the light bulb went off for me, but I say around 26 to 30, like some type of accountability.
Hey Tia, I don't want to be mean at you because you'll be very nice to us, but you're still not mature at all.
I'm not mature.
Like your life decisions.
I like Tia. I don't know why Fighty was coming for Tia, but I like Tia. Tia is always, well, maybe because she's always quiet, but she's a nice lady. I don't know why Fighty was just
the way that you talk, like you're not mature at all. If you got mature at 26 and you are what, 38?
I didn't say I got mature. I said when the light bulb went off for me, I was 26.
And how old are you now?
I'm 37.
So 11 years and still are you all the way there or are you still
yeah, you see?
Blowing tips of
all right, let me blow this up, man. So